Hello and welcome to episode 23 of Soccercraft. In the last episode, we got started on the wall of our Nether Hub, and in today's episode, I plan to finish it. And in between episodes, I got a lot of work done. But because we did get a lot of work done on this wall, that means that we're running out of resources for it. If we come over here to look in the Shulker box, you can see that I'm running really low on black concrete and black concrete powder. And it looks like, let's check the other resources. We've been using the piglin bartering farm in between episodes. And it looks like we're doing fine on all the other materials for the wall. We just need to look at getting more black dye so we can make more black concrete. And in terms of black dye, we have two resources that can make black dye, and that is the wither rose and the ink sac. They both make black dye, but the ink sac is the definite choice of farm to make because we actually do already have a wither rose farm, but I don't want to be using my wither roses for black dye because they're so useful in other ways. So I think today I either want to go out and collect a ton of ink sacs or make a ink farm. And I've never made an ink farm before. I know it involves draining out a lot of water from rivers, so that means we need to go and get some sponges, which means our first trip to the ocean monuments. But there's no way I'm going to an ocean monument without the right potions. So let's see what potions we can make up. And the potions that I've decided to bring with me are obviously the water breathing potions for the water monument. I want a little bit of night vision so I can see what I'm doing down there, and I want potions of invisibility. Potions of invisibility are the way to beat ocean monuments easily. I'll show you that in this video. So I've come out to my coral reef nether portal because I remember there being an ocean monument around here somewhere. Okay, so in order to do this the easy way, I'm going to need to take off all of my armor except for one piece of armor. So we're going to keep our boots on for this one. I'll put that away. And we want to grab one of each potion. I also want to have some sand, some TNT, and a flint of steel. This is all professional level ocean raiding techniques. Okay, so in order to do this, we should just need to drink our 3 potions and then get started. I'm gonna make sure my TNT, sand, and flint and steel is in my inventory, and that's gonna help us if we get mining fatigue. So right now I have nothing on, and the guardians shouldn't shoot me. Oh, we got mining fatigue. Oh, I guess I turned the animation for it off, which is good because it's annoying. Okay, so in order to blow something up underwater, you need to put a piece of sand on top of it and all around it. Oh wait, how does this work? Oh no. Okay, so I light it, then I put the last piece of sand in, and we've probably got an explosion. Okay, cool. Oh, we've made our way in, and there's the first Elder Guardian. We've got to take him out and the other 2 Elder Guardians that are in this temple. No, do not get outside. Die. There we go. Okay, he drops a sponge as well, so let's make sure to grab that. Sponges are what we're after, so let's grab all of them. And let's see, we've got 8 minutes, and we can just go around and no one's going to bother us. We just got to find the other Elder Guardians. And that's it. The ocean temple has been cleared, and I think in probably the easiest way possible, other than spending 10 minutes looking for the last Elder Guardian. So now we've just got to head back into the ocean temple and see if there's any sponge room. And now that the 3 Elder Guardians are gone, we won't have mining fatigue when we're near this. So we can mine up all of the blocks we want. And while I'm here, I'm going to grab some sea lanterns. It helps to mine when you're on the ground, when you're underwater. Okay, now let's see if we can find any sponge rooms. I'm going to use the fact that I'm able to mine areas out to my advantage to help me search this area a little bit easier. Okay, while we're here in the center, we'll make sure to grab the gold blocks that are here in the center here. Ah, yes, I've dug into a sponge room. Okay, this is good. That means we do have some sponges that we can collect. All right, using a hoe is the correct tool to use when collecting sponges. And looks like we got a fair bit of sponges in here. And after searching the whole ocean monument, I didn't find any more sponge rooms, but we did manage to get 32 sponge, and it's a pretty good amount of sponge, but I want maybe like 3 stacks. So I'm gonna go off and go into a live stream and find some more ocean temples and see how much sponge I can get. And after having a lot of fun on that live stream, we ended up with a little bit over 4 stacks of sponge. Now I need to take this and go see if we can find a spot to build our ink farm. And as much as I would love to build the ink farm at Kyoshi Island, we're just too close to the oceans for that because squids spawn in oceans and river biomes, and I want to manipulate a river biome so that we can drain out all the water from a river biome and have only squids spawning in the little bit of water that we leave for them. Like maybe something over here actually could work. Looks like we are getting a lot of squids. But I'm gonna have a look around my world and see what I can find. So I was flying around my world looking for a good spot to build up my ink farm, but I found just so many bees in this area. I really just don't understand what's going on here. Like I don't even see any hives for them. Where are they coming from? I know they tend to spawn a lot in flower forests, but this is a bit excessive. Ah, they're all mad. Anyways, I kind of want to build the ink farm as close to my iron farm area as possible, so I've been looking around this area and I see there's a few river areas around here that we might be able to use, and a lot of the other bodies of water in this area are just parts of the forest, and actually a lot of the swamps are perfect to do this nearby because squids cannot spawn in swamps, and the rivers I'm looking at are kind of sandwiched between this swamp and this swamp over here. So let me see if I can find exactly where all of the rivers are in this area and map them out, and I'll bring you guys back. So I logged in my camera account and I put my main account inside this box here where I normally stand for my iron farm, and I'm gonna have a look around and see where squid are spawning. Here, let's put on hitboxes so we can see where mobs are. So this part of the river is definitely spawning squid. Let's check the other parts of the river. Okay, I don't see any squid spawning over here, but it might not even be deep enough for them to spawn here, but we'll drain that out anyways. And after looking all around, it looks like this is the only space that is spawning squid, so I might have not even needed to go out and get all those sponges, but we're gonna use them anyway because it's fun to use sponges. So what I did in that time lapse was I marked out where the rivers are in this biome, and everywhere where there's water is a river, and I made sure to make it at least 3 blocks deep to make sure that squid can spawn, and I think it increased the rates that the squids are spawning in this area. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drain out all of the water from the nearby rivers. I definitely didn't need to drain any of this ocean. I just wanted to make that sizzle noise in the nether. But anyways, I think I got everything in this area that I need to drain out drained, and it was an upsettingly small amount, which is why I drained that area as well. I just wanted to have enough sponges to put down to have a fun sizzle noise session. Anyways, what we need to do next is dig this river down to Y level 46 because squid can spawn between Y levels 62 and 46. So if we dig it down farther, there's going to be more squid spawning because there's more space for them to spawn. And here's what that looks like. We've dug everything down, and I'm actually not sure if it has increased the spawn rate of the squids at all yet. We're actually getting some of the fish spawning, which they share a spawn cap with the squids, so it may actually be decreasing the chances of squid spawning right now. So I'm going to have to look into that. But for now, I'm going to think about how I'm going to kill off all of these squid. And so in order to kill the squid off, we're going to place a lot of signs down here at the bottom of the water so that the squids can fall through the signs, and then it's going to be completely dry below here, and then they will suffocate because they need water to breathe. And at this point, the squid should now swim down to the bottom of the farm eventually and fall down and suffocate. Let's see if we can find an example of that. Here's one guy here. So yeah, he'll fall down here and all the squid ink will just lay down here on the dirt. Now if we come over here, I've already went ahead and dug out below where the squid farm is. So you can hear everything flapping above us, and I'm going to create a collection system down below here to collect all the drops that fall above here. But before I make the storage system, I'm going to make some air columns that the squid can fall down that will go all the way up to the top of the farm. You want to lay out these air columns in a grid pattern, as it should still allow the squid to spawn, but it'll have plenty of space for them to be able to fall right down to the bottom of the farm. Placing down all those fence gates took so long, but as you can see, the farm is working, and pretty flawlessly at that. There's another squid there, and they just, every time they spawn, they just make their way down here, suffocate, and let's go look at the storage room. I made that off camera while on stream while I was building that up, and storage is down here. Okay, and in the time that I spent building that and a little bit of AFK time, we've got a ton of ink. This is going to be enough black dye for what I'm needing for this foreseeable future. I didn't even spend much time AFKing over here. And if you can remember from the start of the video, we said that I want to complete this wall in this episode. So I've still got a lot of work ahead of me in this episode, so let's hop into a time lapse. And finally, after 6 hours of building, the nether wall is complete. Now, all we have to do is start looking at what we're going to do about the ceiling. I'm going to have to mine it all out, and I want to replace it with another block. And that is why I actually really made the ink farm, is because I want to fill this entire roof with black glass. It's going to take a lot of work, and I really should have thought about how I was going to mine out the roof before making the floor so low, but that's going to be something I'm going to have to deal with in the next episode. So yeah, for the roof, I want it to be a mixture of the bedrock mixed in with black glass to give it a nice effect. And over at the hole in the bedrock, I want to do a little bit more bedrock breaking. See if I can figure out how to break the bedrock from below so I can get these lower pieces out of the way. And I still actually do have a lot of spawn proofing left to do on the nether wall. So for this wall, we're still getting a lot of spawns because all of these blocks with top faces are spawnable blocks for mobs. And if we look over to the other side of the nether hub over here, you can see that I've done some spawn proofing work by placing down some pressure plates. So all these pressure plates are down here because it stops mobs from spawning on them, because mobs aren't able to spawn on redstone and pressure plates count as redstone. So this is my solution for making it so that mobs aren't going to be spawning in the nether hub and still keeping the blackstone look. So this is where I want to end today's episode. In between episodes, I'm going to be busy placing down pressure plates all over this wall and making it so that this area is as spawn proof as possible. It looks like I also have a few holes in my wall that I might have to fill. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and Water Tribe out.